expectations before you went to the whānau?
My expectation was, from a young age, I've always wanted to know what it's like to be a Matai inside a whānau.
2 weeks ago, Numiamaaliipule Isaako attended his very first Fonotaga ole nu'u, a village meeting. What actually happens at a Samoan village meeting? And what did Numia think of his very first experience? Aloha everyone, welcome back to Samoa 360. Thank you so much for joining us again for another episode. On this video, we are going to share with you a first for us as retired locals of Saanapu. We were blessed a couple of weeks ago that Numiamaaliipule Isaako got to experience his very first Samoan village meeting, Fonotaga ole nu'u. And this is a side of Samoa that visitors will never see because it's everyday life and it involves the whole village. It was actually a very big meeting. We'll get him on later to share with us what his thoughts were on the whānautanga, but in the meantime, come with us, let's see how he gets on. Before we take you inside the experience, let's explain what a Fonotaga ole nu'u is. In simple terms, it's a village meeting where matters affecting the village are discussed. It's part of how the community operates. It's where the important matters of the village are communicated, where decision making happens, and where issues are dealt with that affect everyone. It's part of village life that you really need to experience to understand. The meetings are held around 8 a.m. in the morning on the very first Saturday of every month. When Numia arrived to the meeting, the four whaalolonga of the village were already seated at the top of the whale. These are the high chiefs of the four main families of the village, Le'anga, Mulitalo, Mati, and Twingamala. The tamali'i are seated to the right and the left of the top table, and toward the back of the whale are all those soli'i tula whale, tausi ma whale tua, the women. That's where they're seated. Before the meeting starts, there's an opening prayer, and then the ava o le whenua inga is performed. And to his surprise, Numia was honoured to ingu I le ava. This was the village acknowledging him at his first whono ole nu'u. The meeting is chaired by the village's ali'i matua. There's an agenda and the secretary of the whongo is taking notes.
O le vi inga o le akua e anu le aso le po mo le au ka ko seru le lango le ni. Mongi lea.
As the meeting gets underway, Numia got to experience something different from the kinds of meetings many of us might be used to. There are protocols, a hierarchy to who speaks first. There's respect for those speaking, and the Samoan formal polite language is used. There's a process for discussing matters affecting the village. A major item that the village are excited about is the funding from the UN for solar lighting and the work on the village mangroves. This is all for Saanapu, which is great news as we may finally be progressing to a solution on the mangroves flooding that we've recently experienced due to the Te Tua Oloa. This particular meeting also gave us insight into how decisions and proposals are discussed within the community. I'm going to ask you some questions around how you felt about your very first Fonotaga ole nu'u. So tell me, did you have any expectations before you went to the whono?
My expectation was, from a young age, I've always wanted to know what it's like to be a matai inside a whono. But I remember when I was 9 years old, I've seen my fathers and uncles and all these big matais having a big whono in Lupang. And I've always wanted to go. And I finally went, and it was a great experience. It was really a lot of people turning up.
So your expectation before though, did you have any expectations?
It was exactly what I thought it would be. And even more.
Did you find anything about the whono that surprised you?
Wow. For the first whono, I didn't think I was gonna ingwa ava because they had the ava ceremony in the beginning. So I didn't know that a lot of people knew who I was. But I could see that the people who was doing the ava ceremony were looking around, and they saw me, and they were whispering to each other. It's a great experience, just great honor. And
It's an honor to have been asked. I mean, you drank the ava for your very first whono. What did you learn about Samoan life?
It was maupupu. That's what the whono was. And a lot of people that were there, you know, I think that's what they wanted to hear. And things that are happening around Saanapu needed to be brought forward. Things, was a lot of people there, very happy, well structured sort of meeting where you have the big chiefs, and then you have the ali'is, and then you have the kurafale, this speaking matai, you know. It was a really great experience to see it all, and yeah.
So compare it with meetings that you've had previously outside of Samoa. For example, you've lived in Australia and New Zealand. How would you compare those meetings to what you experienced in a Samoan whonotaga?
Similar that you have the head of the table where things are being brought forward.
A chairperson?
Yep. We had having a meeting like that in Samoan, my own language, was something that was really, it really made me feel like I was at home.
And connected
to it because this is what I've always wanted, was to be part of my culture and be part of the meeting and becoming a matai and actually being there to witness it all.
And they raise things in the meeting that will help develop the village? Or
a lot of things that were brought up is things that the new government is doing, and great things. And you know, you can only bring it forward so people understand what's happening. But you know,
would you go again?
I would love to go back. I would love to go back.
See,
and now that I've gone, just being around, going around and driving, going to the shops and that, more people are just coming up and saying hello. They know who I am, and it's a great feeling being somewhere that you'll recognize, that people will see who you are.
And that just goes to about the matai system. So the village know who their matais are, and when they see them around at different places, they acknowledge you. Is that,
Yeah.
And say hello.
And people beeping the horns. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes I don't even know who they are, but it seems like they know me. The big waves and the big smiles and.
So that all goes to say that even though you've lived in Australia and New Zealand for quite some number of almost all your life, and you've now returned to Samoa, you feel more connected here, or
slowly but surely, and to have people know who you are and being a matai for Saanapu, it's a big thing. I think if you're a matai, you need to experience this. I've experienced it. I've loved every minute of it. And I want to be a part of it. And know that I'm a matai for Saanapu, but have to serve.
Come and serve the village,
so
whatever.
I'm really happy with it.
Okay, thank you for any other insights that you might want to say while you've got your minute here on the camera?
For the first time ever, my wife decided to put me in front of the camera. I only had one chance, and I blew that chance. So never, never, ever again, she gave me another chance. I thought people deserve a second chance. But with this lady, it's a no.
Yeah, that's enough.
So
wrap it up, buddy.
See what I mean? He's telling me to wrap it up already. I haven't even finished. My name is Isaako Elise, Numiamaaliipule, and I'm from Lutuanu'u, and I'm Nessa Tuingamala Speraha.
Don't know about that.
Yeah,
nah. I think I was more excited for Numia to be attending the first village meeting than he was. It was an important first as he got to experience the village forum for discussion and decision making, which is a really important part of Samoan community life, where the nu'u, the village, come together every month, and it's an opportunity too for the matais in the village to do their tautua. As part of your duties as a matai, you need to attend the village meetings and ensure you know what's happening and contribute your time, your ideas and your views to the running of the village. You also got to take along your lafonga, your monetary contribution to the Fonotaga every month. But it's not just about sitting in a meeting in the Fonotaga. It's about contributing to your community. It's fulfilling your duties, your responsibilities as a matai, and sharing your views and your ideas and having a voice in matters that affect the entire village. That was Numia's first Fonotaga o le nu'u, an experience that we are blessed to be able to share with you on our channel, and we're really happy to do that too. It's all part of our retirement journey and the way that we are rebuilding our lives, or building a new life actually here in Samoa. If you've grown up in like village meeting settings like that, we'd love to hear from you. And I know that the next meeting, which will be in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to go along with them and see how the women fit in to the whole process of Fonotaga a le nu'u. So yes, stay tuned and join us then. But was this your first Fonotaga? And if you're watching from outside of Samoa, what surprised you the most about how the meeting worked? Thanks for watching Samoa 360. Whaftai tele lava. Until next time, God bless. Tō whāsoi fua.